I won the die roll for round 1. I want to play first? Yes, please. And let's see, we only have 2 lands. 2 morphs though, and a bunch of 3-ish drops. I think this is a keepable hand with 18 lands. It's not fantastic, but this isn't a super aggressive format, so even if I miss on the first draw or 2, we should be fine. So I'll keep. Mainly because this hand gets turned on with just 1 land of any color. So as long as we draw a land in the first couple of turns, I think we're fine. And there we go. We are on board. What am I starting with? Probably the Harrier. I like the Stalker a lot. Opponent has double white. Ooh, and a suspension field. So that'll be fun. If we draw another land next turn, that'd be great. We do War Shrieker into a morphed Glacial Stalker. If we don't, we'll probably just play the Bloodfire Mentor. We'll go ahead and attack in for 2 here. Actually, no, I'll play the Stalker. If my opponent's not doing anything, if we get 2 morphs on the table and we have a little bit of pressure, I'm okay with that. Mardu opponent? Or just Boris opponent? Valley Dasher, go for it, bud. We're winning this race. And we got removal spells for a while to get rid of anything scary. This is where our Crippling Chill would be fantastic. Crippling Chill and Leaping Master, then we get a hit on our Tempo Swing. Do I want to trade my Glacial Stalker? I think I'd just play it aggressive here since we're a little screwed on mana. We can go Suspension Field on Leaping Master, attacking for 4 till we draw a relevant removal spell. It's because we have Kill Shot and Crippling Chill. This is good. The main issue is I do have, another Morph and a Bloodfire Mentor if I want to start getting damage through. Yeah, let's just attack. If my opponent wants to trade, that's fine. Yeah, my guys are a little bit better, but we have stuff to do for days. I'd rather save my removal spell for the really big bombs. Opponent doesn't even want to take that trade, so that's fine. We'll just keep developing our board with a bunch of morphs. Do need a little bit more mana, somewhat soon. I think we'll make the trade here. No, we're winning the race. We're only taking 4. I'll Suspension Field probably my opponent's next big drop, and then I'd crack back for 6. Yeah, that's taking a Suspension Field for sure. Wish we had a 2-drop follow-up, such as the life. There's nothing I can do. If I want to be really efficient with my mana, I could attack with all 3 of these. I take the risk of my opponent blocking the middle morph. If that's the case, then these guys eat one of my morphs. Well, no, that's not going to work because I'd have to flip this to keep my dude alive. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just going to shut up right now. I gotta remember, I was considering playing Suspension Field on one of these guys. It's toughness 3 or greater. Yeah, I want to use that ability. Really glad I didn't do that last turn. Though I probably would have read it before I actually cast it. Still, gotta be better at knowing what my cards do. Kind of was silly about that on my pre-release. Okay, opponent still wants to bash through. It's a bummer that Kill Shot is, of course, attacking creature, but we'll see what other big thing my opponent has. Bloodfire Expert? Okay. As well as a morph. I still think we continue to bash. Alabaster Kieran's great. We'll be able to play that post-combat. I'll probably only use my mana to flip if the Bloodfire Expert blocks one of these morphs. In the meantime, I'm happy to just continue the beats. We are getting a little bit lower on life. We're not that far ahead, so I have to be aware of that. Alright, so my opponent does block one of the ones that makes I can't just pay mana and flip it, but we do get to trade everything away. My opponent takes 2, and then we have a Mardu War Shrieker or an Alabaster Kirin online. Probably do the War Shrieker into the Bloodfire Mentor. Start doing some defense here. Dropping two creatures in a race is pretty fantastic. And now we've got some good blocks online with some follow-up removal spell and another good creature with Vigilance. Bring Low takes out the War Shrieker. Okay. My opponent can fly in the air for 2. But then I'm still barely alive in the race. But I have good cards to be able to keep me ahead in the race. Warname Aspirant. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Is there a way to really maximize this mana here? Unfortunately not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not dead on the crackback all on my own. Pretty sure we just attack for 2. Do I want my Morph to trade here or not? My opponent has no cards in hand, so it's just what's on board. The Alabaster Kirin is going to be able to start eating things. If things go awry with the Kirin, I will have a Killshot and Crippling Chill to get back into it. Thing is, it's been only 5 mana means I can't do like 6 mana stuff. I don't want to necessarily just morph this guy for no value. I really want the Kirin down. And I'm okay trading off my morph. Wait, can this guy even block? Can't be blocked by creatures with power. Can't be blocked with 1 or less. Well, it's a good thing I have a Bloodfire Mentor online. Here my opponent might be a little worried because I got to play my island, yeah. So that was a fine bluff. We'll rock that guy out. See what my opponent tries to do. Top decking here. Alright. So the fact that Leaping Master is not coming in means I don't feel like my opponent has anything. Or my opponent could be next leveling and really going like, well, here I really will go for a nice. We can't be blocked by. Oh, I was interpreting this the other way. Can't with creatures 1 or less. That's fine. I'll take 3. Because I do want to offer this block here. Eat a dude. Attack him with both. I'll just end up flipping my morph if the Leaping Master goes for my morph dude. See if my opponent actually drew something. I'm happy to be able to do a Crippling Chill and then a follow-up kill shot. But if that's what the block is, then I will just go ahead and do a flip here. We still have some defense available. Oh, I just realized Arrow Storm gets me. Shoot. I didn't want to get down to 5. I should have been paying attention to that much better. Alright, 2/2 Flying Trample. That's going to take a Crippling Chill. So that we can win in the air. So. Alright, got there with our Dork creatures. Although, mind you, Mardu War Shrieker and Alabaster Kirin are good. Worked out pretty okay. Still not excited that I missed that I was down to 5. I mean, I was paying attention, but I just kind of forgot that in this format, I play in red. Arrow Storm's a thing. It does look like my opponent has a lot more red cards than the mana base, which suggests look at all this fun stuff. So Arrow Storm could very easily... we passed 2 of those, remember? I picked other cards like Fixing over it, so... I want to be aware of that. We might be in a race situation here, so maybe something like a Force Away and an Active Treason Canyon Lurkers might be the thing. Since my opponent's also looking to be somewhat aggressive, but what cards do we have that work really well? I like our Harrier. There's a couple of different cards that it could eat. The is it Bloodfire Expert, the 3/1 prowess? I forget what it's called, but definitely the Jeskai student, the Leaping Master. We didn't see a Jeskai student, did we? No. And that's the 1/3. Never mind. I'm being silly. But Leaping Master, definitely. Jeskai Elder, we drew later on. I don't think I want to try to race, especially on the draw, so I'm not going to bring in my more aggressive build. Sandbar does seem good because it trades with a bunch of what my opponent's doing, and I'm actually happy to be doing some of those trades. But is there anything I don't like here? Maybe I kill like a War Behemoth. Maybe Narset. I mean, it's 6 mana. By the time it gets to a point where that matters. No, because my opponent didn't show a bunch of big beef dudes, so Narset can pretty much first strike out any of the cards my opponent was playing. So once you get to 6, that's going to be pretty good. I don't know. Do I want Sandbar? Did I take out a War Streaker for it? I think we do. We're just going to lower the curve a little bit. War Streakers are good, but I don't need that many in there. Yeah, that's what I want. I might have wanted to take out a spell, but I like all my spells. They're so fantastic. Alright, we got a keep. We got a morph, a 2-drop, 3-drop removal spell, and then eventually we'll get to Master of the Way. Yeah, works for me. Opponent starts off by gaining a life. Oh, my foil planes. Yes! Very happy to have a foil planes. I am considering right now the suspension field didn't have that many great targets since my opponent plays a bunch of quick dirly things. But it did exactly what it's supposed to do. Generally speaking, this kind of removal that's so good, I wanted to take out like the Dragon Twins. So, yeah. We'll play my foil and get my Bondkin online. And then we'll morph out. Yeah, I'm not blocking. Ooh, and no follow-up there. Maybe there's a kill shot or something, which I'm actually okay with if my opponent wants to kill shot the Bondkin. My deck is not really suited for a whole lot of love with counters. But that's not the case, so we'll just go ahead and play our morph. Alright, opponent has colors online. I will trade. Question mark? Nope. This guy's pretty good. Eats the Leaping Master. Opponent still doesn't seem to have anything. What do I want to do? Attack for 2, morph my dude up. Keep Ride Down available. I don't love that. I want to keep developing my board. So we'll attack him with everything. And just play another morph at 4. Yeah, because we put the pressure on, then Ride Down's going to end up doing a lot of work for us. And at the moment, now we're pulling ahead on the race, so... Do you want to pay attention? My opponent hasn't been developing a board here, so maybe there's something like... whatchamacallit? Endless... No. The Wrath. It's the 3 white, so 5 mana Wrath. Something to pay attention to. We get really behind with the Elder. Master, though, and our removal spells should be able to help us out. Alright, opponent seems to be stuck on boring things. I'm confused. Very, very confused. I think we just attack with our 2 morphs. See what my opponent does. I don't think I want to ride down the Leaping Master if it blocks. Maybe just start turning things face up. Especially if we are playing around a Wrath or something. I'm not playing around it too much. I can't really play my Jeskai. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. There could be something that gets me here, but I'm fine with my War Behemoth eating a spell. One way or another. Trading or eating. Eating a Leaping Master would be great. Taking a removal spell is fine too. Burn away. Yeah, it takes a premium removal spell. I'm okay with that. Not excited for it, but we still have a better board state. And we still have great removal in our hand. Draw a blue source and Master of the Way is going to be great. Alright, opponent's still stuck. Might be just has tons of removal in hand. Don't even know. Alright, Bloodfire Mentor is nice because we can play that and get our Bonkin going. I'm going to continue to attack. If we pay 4 to flip, then it's a little awkward because you don't have a follow-up play, but still, my opponent's kind of stabilizing, but that actually works in our game plan as well as we continue to not have anything relevant on the mana front. Opponent's going for it again, forcing my hand. See what other type of removal spell there might be. Nope. Alright, well at least we got a creature out of the deal there. My opponent's still just stuck. I wonder if it has mana. Is it like double black or double something else? Sultai Scavenger. That'll probably take a ride down next turn. This turn now. Tranquil Cove gains a life. We'll do 2 and then follow with a Bloodfire Mentor. I like that idea. It's not like we get a lot of trample damage going, but it just clears the way for my opponent here. Because, I mean, that's just a card worth killing. And we'll continue to press the advantage here. Opponent's got to know I have something. Are you going to risk it with a block? Yes, going for it. There you are. Extra point of damage. Not the best use of ride down, but it's just a way to, like, we're in the lead here, let's keep it going. I still like playing the Bloodfire Mentor, even though this Master of the Way gets a little bit worse by playing it. It's not a relevant creature, but actually being able to loot is great. And so we can do 2 damage, and that's a lot of, or we'll be able to do 3 damage. That's a lot of what my opponent has in the deck. So should be able to kill most things. Alright, Outstorm. My opponent's just trying to stay alive now. Ooh. I think we just loot. Attack for 1 isn't great. Maybe I get the Jeskai Elder out. Yeah, let's loot. Adios, me mountain. Do I want to play the Elder? I think I do. I want to put more pressure on, and we'll probably be casting these spells next turn, which means there's going to be enough action happening. Am I playing around a Wrath? I don't think so. Haven't seen it. My opponent is kind of like, if my opponent does have a Wrath, my opponent's playing around it pretty well, in my opinion. Alright, Master of the Way will take out this dude to trigger Prowess, help us cycle a card. Ooh, Glacial Stalker's nice. But yeah, I just want to get more of this going. We get a loot with off of our Jeskai Elder. If it's a land, we'll get rid of it. Yeah, I want to use that ability. I got plenty of cards. Yeah, we'll ditch that guy. And now we have 2 creatures in hand in case my opponent does do a Wrath, which is the only thing I'm worried about at this point. Comes a Morph. Can't Suspension Field it. Let's loot again. Since I have a land, might as well see what else I can get. Tranquil Cove, that's fine. I don't need the extra land right now. Do I play my Mardu War Shrieker? I'm really tempted. I can play the Mardu War Shrieker and the Glacial Stalker. I don't think my opponent has the Wrath, and I haven't seen it yet, so this is just a little too fantastic for me. Ooh, maybe I wanted to hang on to that for my loot. Whoopsies. Yeah, that might have been bad. If my opponent does end up having her out, then wow, we're in some trouble. Alright, 5-2. I'm okay with that. We got ways for days to deal with it, and we're way ahead from my opponent. Still can't suspension field, but I'm not worried. Attack for 1. Let's attack with everything that we can attack with, but first, of course, why not give us the opportunity to get more action online? If I needed blockers, I'd be doing this at the end of turn, by the way, but I don't. Just gonna... Oh, maybe I wanted... no, because my opponent blocks. I might have wanted to play my land first. Oh no, I have enough mana to flip it. Alright, so we might have a win here. I'm gonna go for it, that's for sure. My opponent should probably just block here, just in case. Nope. Alright, well, I'm gonna try it. Did we get there? Opponent have anything? Yes, my opponent does have something. An utter end. Alright. Uses the turn. We make some trades. Opponent still takes 1. And we still have a board presence that is fantastic, and a good removal spell for anything super scary. And that's really good. I just finish off my opponent. I don't want to like slow roll them, but I could kind of get blown out here. Well, let's go for it. Plus, it's just fun. Alright, what do you have? A throttle. Alright, we'll hang on to our flying crane technique then. Opponent does have a lot of removal, and we're just picking away for 1. The way I tap takes forever. Might even discard the Singing Bell Strike, it doesn't do a whole lot. Alright, that's going to take a suspension field. As we slowly pick away at my opponent. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Singing Bell Strike, alright. Goodbye, Singing Bell Strike. Three-turn clock, woohoo! Here we go. I do want to get a creature at some point. Next turn, Flying Crane Technique, we'll finally get our dude lethal. Opponent's cycling for a card, trying to get something online. Oh my gosh, is the Wrath gonna happen? No, Wrath's not happening. Leaping Master, yay! Do I just do the Flying Crane Technique? I think I do. Yay! We got there. The Sage Harrier pecking away. Finally. Alright, let's get to round 2.